we got to wrap it up here then with a quick prospect roundup, which might not be quick, but we'll see where it goes. I know you're really excited, Z. CHL is back.
Yep.
And there's a few guys to talk about.
Yep. Isha will be thrilled. There's, in terms of the Minnesota Wild Prospect Pool, there is no QMJHL hockey to talk about. But so, well, let's say Wild have a couple guys in the O, and I believe it's just 2 in the dub at this point. Poor Kalen Parker, Victoria Royals in WHL, had the misfortune of going up against Riley Height in the Prince George Cougars the first 2 games WHL season. And oh my sweet Jesus. If anyone was wondering why there was outrage about, or not out, again, like you said, outrage is the wrong word, mass confusion in the prospect world, borderline hysteria over Riley Height being like the last pick in the second round. All you have to do is just like watch the first 2 games of Prince George.
Okay.
Just fucking again, poor Kalen Parker. He's on that first page, played like 30 minutes against the top dogs in Prince George, and Victoria stinks. Poor Kalen Parker had to just get filled in by Riley Height and Prince George. So game 1 for Riley Height. They win 11-2. 11-2. Height comes back, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points with 3 shots on net. Only got
not even half the points.
Yeah, bump. Second star of the game, mind you, by the way. Second game, again, Victoria, 2 goals, 6 shots on net, first star of the game. And then last night, once again, comes in, scores the game winner on the power play. So through 3 games, in his first 3 games back, he's got 5 goals, 4 assists, and 9 points. Like, he is so good. And again, like, this is the thing with him. He's got this chippiness, this nastiness to his game too, where yes, like so far, because both Victoria and Kelowna put them on the power play like 11 times every fucking game, a lot of his points ended up coming on the power play this week. But like at even strength, he is solid defensively. Again, he is more than in the mix. Like when any scrum, he's there. Like he's a dual threat. He's got a phenomenal shot, but he is a ridiculous playmaker too. Like some of the passes he was making, I think it was his second goal in that first game. He was on the ice for the whole power play, and I watched him set up probably 7 backdoor, like thread the needle passes, and just like, I don't know if whoever was net front just wasn't ready. But they just like flew off their stick, and the puck would like go flying into the like over the glass. And you're like, "Fuck, man!" But he was just, I mean, every time again he was on the ice, like he has the puck 90% of the time, and again he's good at both sides. But just like some of the places, some passes, like he's so fucking good, and just like 9 points first 3 games back. Like, hey boys, I'm back. How are you? I think he had time like. When I went back and look at like how much time he had between like getting sent back to the dub from Minnesota, it was like 2 days. He was like, I know you guys have been practicing for preseason for like 3 weeks, but just throw me on that top unit. We'll be good. We'll be good. Just hop on, boys. Hop on, boys. I got this. But he was, I mean, just a ridiculous start again. Poor Kalen Parker of Victoria had to go up. He was -3 in both games. Looked great though as a -3 guy. Looked good. He has so much work to do. Just having to, I mean, Kalen Parker, Jesus, like he is their whole back end in Victoria. Like it is him. Like I think he probably played 30-35 minutes both games. Like, and he is a mean fucker too, by the way. You want to talk about a guy just giving it to people, like in the crease. Like if you want to go net front, like Kalen Parker's gonna fucking feed you. But so many tools with him too. Like unfortunately, they just got the shit kicked out of him both games, and they like rarely had the puck. When they did, a lot of times it was him starting that rush. He's a good skater, moves the puck well. I like Kalen Parker a lot. And plus he's got the size and like the nastiness to go along with it. That like there's so much intrigue to his game. but the fucking poor bastard just had to go up against Riley Height. Pretty
Of
short
course,
figures.
that's Isha's home team, the Victoria Royals. So that's just even more fun for us.
Shocking. He should coach.
Going back to Height real quick, though. John Robinson, Twins win, and Sota Pod. It's a good night. Height and Hate, will they play together on Canada Junior team?
That's a good question. Like, that lineup is going to be loaded. The big question will be,
the Canadian
though,
junior team is going to be loaded? Really?
No. The big question, though, will be, like, Bedard's going to be Chicago's first line center. Fantilli probably is going to be Columbus's first line center. So, like, McTavish obviously not going to be in World Juniors. Like, there's going to be slots. Like, we'll see, like, even a guy like Dylan Guenther who lit it up. Stankoven probably going to be with Dallas, or like he is wanting to, like, so there's a bunch of guys now that look for massive roles on that Team Canada.
Well, dude, even if you're not in like a big role with your NHL squad, I feel like teams are going to be more scared after the whole like Doc experiment.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. But like, you still look at it, and I mean, like, it's my internet, isn't it? This is brutal. Oh no, I am back. I do think teams are more scared, but with guys like Fantilli and Bedard, that's obviously your first and second line center of your Team Canada. Like, and those guys will be massive parts / their like first or like their best centers on their respective teams in the NHL. So those 2 slots are going to be open. So we'll see.
If they don't make it, they're losers, just like Carson Lambos.
Everyone should panic. We should trade Yeah. Everyone should get fired, including me. I should get fired from my job as a prospect guy. But I would love to see it. I mean, Hunter Haight, I think at this point, and again, another guy that went back to the OHL this weekend and was nasty. He looks so fucking good, and that Saginaw team is so fun. He when he plays with Michael Misa again, 2025 top 5 pick for sure. When they're playing together, it's so fun. They got Zane Perek on the back end there too. Like, they're gonna be hosting the Mem Cup. Hunter Haight looked phenomenal points in both games. I think Haight. I mean, like, when you look at it too, it was brutal because like last summer, like, Haight was the guy that was making like the summer World Junior like showcase team or whatever. It's different. Like, because like we talked about it with Charlie Stramel and how he played at the World Junior Summer Showcase. Canada doesn't go to that, but they have their own little camp that they do, and that's like their evaluation for like getting ready for World Juniors. And like Hunter Haight made that and like lit it up there. So I think Hunter Haight, if Saginaw or he just can honestly, like, if he continues to do what he's been doing with Saginaw since he got traded, like, I think he's a shoo-in to make that team. Because again, he can play center, he can play wing, like, he's legit. So I think Hunter Haight's gonna have a shot at the team too. And we'll see with Riley Height. If he's put up 3 points a game, I don't know how you're not gonna bring that kid. So but yeah, no, both of them phenomenal starts to their seasons here in the juniors. But man, Riley, dude, he's so fucking good. He's so fucking good. 9 points. Hey, he's averaging 3 a game. It's fine. Is that good?
A lot of fun. All right, let's pivot then from CHL to overseas. We'll just label it more blankly. And gotta. Oh Jesus! Before we do that, we've gotta give this for Cosgrove. If you've got hate in your heart, let it out. Hate. God damn it. All right, but
moving on.
Overseas. This one from Mateo, I figure this warrants at least a little discussion. SKA losing to Sochi was outrageously funny.
Yeah, specifically because I think Michkov had 3 points and just like lit their shit up. SKA sucks. They stink. They're terrible. Khusnutdinov got back in the team for 2 games. They gave him like 8.5 minutes one game, like 9:45 the other game, all D zone starts. One of the games, I went and found the underlying numbers. He played 8 minutes with him on the ice at 5v5. And this is a game they lost, by the way, with Khusnutdinov on the ice at 5v5. Shot attempts were 15-3 for Scott. And you know what that fucking idiot, moron, loser, terrible coach fucking Ron Rottenberg did? He was like, oh, let's just bench him for the third period. We can't possibly have this go on. And they fucking lost that game. Weird. That team stinks. They're terrible. They're awful. They suck. They lost again today, by the way. Actually, I think they won. But I wish they lost because got benched again. I'm at the point where I'm ready to just like go over there and special forces like just grab like kidnap Khusnutdinov at this point. Let him play in the ECHL. I don't give a fuck. Get him fucking out of there. Scott stinks and they won't play him. And I'm getting so mad. Like every time I go and look at the lineup before the game, I'm like, oh, weird. Khusnutdinov benched again. And they still stink. They're in last place. They're terrible. Because Rottenberg's a fucking idiot and he's the worst coach in the league. So hopefully he gets fired. I hate his guts. And but yeah, like Mateo said, Michkov lit them the fuck up, and every time they scored, the camera would go like, Michkov. He was laughing hysterically. He's like, fuck these guys. I'm like, well, actually, bro, you're on there for another like 3 years. So
but I'll be in Philly next year.
He's like, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This sucks.
It's
unbelievable. Also, Sochi's a lot better than they were, though. I will have to say. I do have to say that they made a lot of moves.
Sure, but still ridiculous.
I mean, it's won 2 games. 2 games? 2 games. 2. They're terrible. They stink. Awful.
Tanking for the draft pick, obviously.
Yeah, they have that.
You got a little excited recently about Danila Yurov.
He is. He's getting the ice time. And he is nasty. So he won a couple games without putting up any points. Last game got an assist after winning a big board battle. Left the dude that he had several NHL games, like 6'3", 6'4", is a big boy. But you're up stick lift, like muscle him away, skate to the middle, pass, assist. Then today they throw him some power play minutes, and he absolutely snipped the game winner. He looks so good, dude. Like, and now he's back to the point where he's averaging 14, 15 minutes, and they're rotating him between like second line center, third line right wing, first line left wing. Like he's playing all 3 positions, which I love. If you're our buddy, you'll say, well, we gotta work on those face-off numbers. He went like fucking like 2 for 17 at the dot the other day. And I was just like, man. That's hilarious. But it's so funny. But man, he looks so fucking good. And I was very curious to see how he would do when he would get more ice time this year. Like, because again, the whole thing was how bad did they fuck development up his draft year and last year, like combined 2 years of just being like, maybe we'll send you down to like junior hockey, but we kind of want you on the bench to just watch most of the games. Maybe you'll get like a minute and a half.
The Wild thought that just throwing Kalen Addison up into the press box and watching games was going to be beneficial. You know, learn from a guy like John Klingberg, who's been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that.
So there's some credence to that.
Yeah, that's why they're like the same thing. It's the same thing. That's why they drafted Yurov, actually, or that's why they traded for Klingberg. Like it's working for them, kind of. But he looks so good.
You know what team knows how to play a structured defense? The Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah, he gets it. He just gets it, dude. No, but Yurov, I'm telling you, like, I was legit nervous about the last 2 years and how bad Metalurg like fucked with him. It's just like, again, like if you're not gonna fucking play the kid like regular minutes in the KHL, at least let him go play junior hockey. Like the amount of games that he got credit for despite having 0 minutes and 0 seconds, it says he played like 30 games. Like, no, he was on the ice for about 12 of those. Like, he was just watching. But we talked about before, like, new coach. Some players are gone. He's getting, like, even if he's on the third line, he's still playing 15 minutes a night. And he's on the power play. He's killing penalties. Like, he's playing center too on nights. Like, he's just doing exactly what I think we all hoped and expected that he could do. But he looks so good. And that goal today, like, it was on and off his stick. It was nasty. So I am just very happy to watch him play, and I wish he would have a play. There you go.
You can only wish.
Yeah, no, you can never have that though.
Unless you have another one, the only one I have left here, and this can be brief, but we at least have an update on Liam Ohgren's injury status.
Liam Ohgren, upper body injury, doesn't require surgery. Thank you. I was very nervous about like just not knowing what it was, and again, like the no contact thing. I don't think they got much more specific than upper body, but the fact that there's no surgery required is phenomenal, and they. Like, I was wondering if he's going to come here, do the surgery, like, just do rehab here. But he's going to go back to Sweden, like, I think, like, this week or next week. That's the plan. And no surgery required, so.
He's just going to do a cold plunge and then be good.
God. Yeah, he's fine. Just going to do the ice bucket challenge. He's good. He'll be in the ice in 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone else. Nope, that was it.